Hello everyone, my name is MrNJersey and welcome to my channel. In this video we are back with a brand new build series here on my channel. Now before we get started with this video, if you are enjoying these videos, don't forget to hit like and subscribe button and remember to click the little bell icon to be notified of my upcoming content as soon as it gets posted. And while you're watching, let me know your thoughts in the comments below and what else you'd like to see in my future videos. So with that all said, let's get straight into it and get started with this brand new build. So it's that time again for another build series here on my channel. Now the build that we're going to be doing this time around is going to be a Huey. Now this is going to be a new rescue helicopter that I want to release for version 1 and kit it out with all the cool new features and put everything that I know into this helicopter like we have with the rest of my helicopters here in Stormworks. Now to get started, let's go over to the workbench and let's start designing this off. So I'm going to start with the nose of the helicopter. I know that the Huey's got quite a rounded, slim nose, so let's start with that. First, I'm going to get symmetry on, of course. So we'll start with, let's do 3 blocks, and then we're going to go back a few blocks, I think. So we'll go about that much, I think, and we'll start actually just angling it up. So I'm going to go up like that, and we'll do the same over here. So let's go up and we'll just angle this around. So we'll use that as a starting off point, and then let's go and get some 2x2 pyramids and let's use that, I think. So we'll get one, let's put one here and then another one there, and then let's get a 1x2 pyramids. I want to get kind of like nice rounded nose here. I think that will look pretty good. Then we'll do the same underneath, I think, but let's start with getting this down. So we'll get a couple blocks like that going down. I also want to make some windows underneath the helicopter so that you can see out like you would in the real one. So we'll just delete these blocks and let's fill that in. Okay, so we've got that so far. Let's go and use some wedge blocks just over here. Okay, so we got some wedge blocks there. We can fill this in, and then let's go and use a 2x1 wedge or 1x2 wedge. Okay, I think that will be fine. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so then let's carry on. So we can start building the interior. This is where the actual cockpit's going to be. So we'll just start angling this around. I think something like that. And then you can imagine the helicopter is going to go down like that. And we'll get some seats in here somewhere. Let's carry on building it there. This, should we angle this though? Yeah, let's angle it. Make it a little bit of a curved shape. So you can kind of start to see how the helicopter is coming together. What else do we need? So we need some seats. So let's get some seats. This always lets you judge how much space you need. So I think some seats over there. Let's go up, 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 up. How high do we need to go? Well, I'm going to use a window here. So let's just go and get some blocks in here to mimic a window that we're going to be putting in. So we're going to go up that much, and then we can go, yeah, that looks fine. So we'll go about that much. We'll use a curved block there. And then what I wanted to do is, let's go use one of these over here, and then we can go and angle this front section like so, I think. Yeah, so that looks pretty good. You can obviously imagine that this is where the windows are going to go over here. We need to get the next part done, so this is going to be more or less like that. And let's see, over there, let's fill this in. I'm going to put some windows here. So let's go and get one of the windows. So I know the one window that I would like to use, I think, is going to be a corner window. Let's see how, yeah, so a corner window will fit perfectly there. And you can imagine the rest is going to be windows here. And actually let's fill in with a inverse pyramids just over here. Cool. So you can kind of see how it's starting to come together. Let's do underneath. I want to get a nice rounded shape here. So we can probably go and let's see, let's try and get rid of that. And what we'll do is let's use an inverse 2x4. Let's see how that's going to fit there. Oh yeah, that looks good. Then we can use a 1x4 pyramid, I think. And yeah, we can actually angle it here, I think. So let's just rotate this around and go up like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then when you're sitting inside, you can then see out. And that was the whole purpose of that, just like a normal Huey. Okay, so we've got that. Let's carry on building across. So I'm just going to go and fill this all out. And then we can start planning and seeing where we want everything else. So we're going to get a, let's see, we're going to get a window. Maybe we can do, what if we fill this in over here? We move, yeah, that should be fine. We fill that in, we get a window over here, and then we go into a open space. We can open that up maybe. No, let's not open up that much. So we open that up, and then we can start building from the back here, I think. So let's get rid of most of that. Let's see, what shall we do with that piece here? Because we want to start getting it nice and curved here at the back. You can imagine that obviously the helicopter is going to go, and it's going to continue out, and it's going to keep on going. Obviously, we're going to get the tail section filled out later. So we can probably get that filled in for now. And you can imagine it, but I kind of like the silhouette, how it's starting to look out. We obviously need to fill out the windows, but I'll do that in between episodes, I think. Because I need to do some XML things here to get those windows how I want them. Okay, so let's carry on from that. So let's go and use a permanent here at the back. And we use another one over here. And then let's go and get the 2x1s. Let's see how this is going to look. If we were to do some, oops, let's go and put that there. And let's put another one at the top here. So we can kind of start to see how it's going to have that curve there. We can probably get rid of this too. And maybe put, I think, one of these blocks here. Yeah, something like that. And we got that kind of shape there. Let's work on the top section. So the top section, let's see. Let's start it off around there. Yeah, why not? And then we'll be going towards the back. And we can do, let's use one of the smaller wedges here. And then do we have a 1x4 wedge? Yep, there we go. Or inverse, sorry. Okay, to a 1x4 inverse because it's got a little bit of a slope there. And then we can go, let's maybe skip one and put that there. And then use this, and let's go and do something like that, because then you can imagine this is where the rotor is going to be here at the top. And then if we were to fill this out going towards the back there, like so. And I think this needs to go higher to the original. Let's see, so we do something like that, and then like that. And let's fill that in. Let's get the rotor blade. Let's see what the rotor blade is going to look like here. So we can go and search for our rotor blade. Let's do the large one. Let's see what the large one's going to look like. Oh, that looks too small. About the huge one. Let's see how the huge one looks. Yeah, that looks better. It's a little bit too big, but we're gonna stay with it, I think, because the small one is way too small. It just doesn't look right there. Cool, let's go and fill that in there. And the next thing we can, oops, oh no, don't need to delete that. You can imagine, obviously, we have the interior here. We need to also get the jet engine, which is going to be somewhere over here, I think. Let's just get rid of these blocks for now. The jet engine is going to be somewhere here. But let's carry on building from there on. So I want to go, and we're going to start curving it down, and we're going to get to the jet exhaust. So let's use maybe the 1x4s. Yeah, something like that. Start curving it down towards the jet engine at the back here. Maybe curve it again, and let's go and just extend this out like so. Yeah, let's go about that much out. And then let's see, we're probably going to curve it again. And then I'm thinking of doing a exhaust somewhere around here. So let's go and find a jet exhaust. And let's see, I don't know if I'm going to actually hook up the exhaust, because obviously, I don't know, we'll see. What if we were to put it there? Okay, well, we're going to need eventually a turbine. So what if we put the turbine like that, and then the exhaust at the back of that? And you can imagine we're starting to get the shape. Ooh, that's looking good, actually. Okay, let's carry on building. So I'm gonna go and use, let's see, let's go and just make this a little bit more neater here. So we can go and curve this. Great, let's go about there. And actually, yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we can actually curve that into that. Yeah, that's coming to well. Okay, so we can curve that in there. Now, I think the original does have quite a straight line that goes across something like that. So we just need to curve this part over here. So let's just delete all this. And we need to get that curved. So let's see, what if we were just to use straight? It's too blocky. Okay, let's try, what about, wait, we used the 2x4s earlier. Let's try and use a 2x4 here, and let's see how that's going to look. So if we were to put a 2x4 inverse over there, yeah, that doesn't look too bad. It's got a little bit of a curve to it, which is quite nice. Okay, so next we need to get this nice and curved off. So let's work underneath. Let's work underneath it first, and let's see where we can get to. So I'm just going to delete some of these blocks here so we kind of get an idea. So we've already curved it like this. Now let's try and use some of the 2x4s again. Let's see. So we use a 2x4 there, and then we fill this in. So we're starting to get that nice curve that I want. Let's actually, you know what I'm going to do is, I think we need to fill out some of this with some weight blocks, because the back is going to be quite heavy at the moment. So if we get some weight blocks in here, cool, and maybe just like that, just to weight in the front. And then let's go and put some supports on, and we'll actually spawn this in. So let's do 1, 2, 3. Let's just put the supports there for now. And then let's go to the back and we'll put another support there. So you can kind of get the idea that we're going for. Let's spawn in, let's see what it's going to look like. Those weight blocks are helping. Okay, yeah, that's not looking too bad. Actually, I'm kind of thinking we need to make it 1. We need to extend this by 1, because that looks a little bit too square there, and I know it's more of a rectangle shape. So let's try and just extend that. So I'm just going to delete all this. Let's see. Let's delete this, and let's go extend, extend, extend. And then we're going to then use some wedges there. Okay, so we're going to get the inverse pyramids. Let's see what that will look like here. So we get inverse pyramids, and then what if we were to use the 2x2 pyramids, and then we were to go up a little bit? That might work. Let's see. So if we go something like that, and then here we could do like that, and then before, I think, yeah, before we had the 2x4 pyramids there. Okay, so something like that, and then we'll do the same up here. So we'll go and grab, let's just fill this out quickly. So we get that and that, and then we'll get another 2x4. If we can rotate it, there we go. Okay, and then we'll fill out this part here. So actually we could take that off and do something like we did at the bottom here. And grab that and grab that. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good so far. Then we need to join this. So, we've used that and we need to join it to that somehow. Okay, well, we can use a, let's see, a 2x4. Is that 2x4 fit in here? Let's see. Yeah, that fits in perfectly. Cool. So now we could just take a wedge. Let's get a wedge in there. And then can we do the same thing at the top? Let's see. There we go. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. Now we just need to carry on curving it. So what do I want to do underneath here? So I'm just going to delete some of these blocks so they're out of the way for now. Should we go straight up? Let's see. Let's see how straight up is going to look. We could. I think that looks a little bit too rounded. So let's go and try. Do we have some blocks we can just quickly control click? Yeah, I want to use one of those 2x1s. Let's see. So if we were to use a 2x1 here and then go up and up. Yeah, that's a little bit more, I think, what I'm going for. So let's just carry on building it up there. That looks pretty good. And then I'm guessing we'll probably get the tail there. Let's go and get rid of that. Okay, let's go and close this in. So what blocks are we using? No, okay, actually I want to get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Let's do a 4 here. And let's get a permanent. And then what block is going to fit there though? That's my question. What if we were to use a, let's see, let's try and get an inverse 1x4. And okay, we need to get a little more blocks here before we can do that. So put that in there, delete that, delete that, delete that. And let's get an inverse 1x4. See how that looks. Okay, and then there we could possibly use, we could use one of these, can't we? Let's see how that looks. Yeah, there we go. And then we can use the 2s like so. We need to join that just now. Okay, and then we get to this point where what if we were to use that? And yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, I think. Yeah, let's leave it like that. We need to fill this in. Well, I guess we could just use another permanent, can't we? Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Let's just fill this in. And maybe that? Yeah. Let's do that, but that's 2, I don't need 4 blocks. So if we delete that, and let's get rid of that, and let's maybe try a 1x4. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, let's fill the next section in. So what if we were to start by using, let's start by 1x2 permanent. So hate when it does that. Okay, there we go. So we filled in the 1x2 permanent. That looks great, actually. What else do we need? Okay, so we're gonna work on the tail, but I'm a little bit worried about making sure that this jet engine's gonna actually fit in here. So let's get rid of all these extra blocks that we don't need inside of this. So we can get rid of that. We need that, we need that, we need that. We don't need that. We do need that. We do need that. We don't need that. Do we need this? No, no, yes. Okay, so we do need this and that to close that off. We need those 2 blocks there. What about here? Can I get rid of some of this stuff here? Let's see. Yep, I can. What about this, this, and this? Yep, I can. This is where the rotor is. Yep, so the rotor's up there. Okay, I think that's going to be enough. What if, hold on, do we have any more space here? Oh, we do. Okay, so we can go up there. Can I use that? That. Okay. Any more space I have? Let's see. So I'm just trying to make as much space as I can inside of here so that we can fit the jet engine in here. So how far I'm actually going to be able to go here? Okay, so I can go up to there. And what about that? Yep. Can I delete any of this? Okay, so we can go to about there, and then I have to stop. Cool. Okay, so I've got quite a lot of space, I think, to work with. What is this, though? Okay, and that's the rotor blade. Okay. So we have the part of the jet engine already in. Let's go and see what else we need. So we've got the turbine. We're going to need a combustion chamber. So let's do that, and let's just rotate it to get the fuel at the bottom there. Then we can go up, but we have an extra space at the top. So can we use a diagonal duct? Let's see. Yep, there we go. And that fits in there perfectly. The last part would be a compressor. Oops. And let's just get the compressor in. Now we could actually go down here. We could go straight down and use that. It just depends. What do I want to put here? Maybe some fuel? Let's see. Well, let's leave it there for now. Let's get the fan in. And then that actually is going to get hidden into the roof. You can't actually see it, which is perfect. Let's work on the tail. So let's go back here and let's see. How far do we want to go? Well, we need to miss this. So let's go and start about there. Yeah, that looks about fine. And we can always just delete all these extra things we don't need. Let's go and fill this in. See how that's gonna look. Okay, so we've got that. I know on the real one there is a little bit of a fin here, so we're gonna go to about there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this will just be a placeholder, I think, for now. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's sort out the back here. So what are we going to do? So maybe 4. No, let's do 4, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, let's do something like that. So we'll do a 4 wedge just over here, and then let's do the 2s. Done, 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 and maybe one more up. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So I'm happy with that. And then what are we gonna do? We're gonna do maybe something like that. Yeah, that's not looking too bad so far. Let's spawn that in to see how it looks. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so we need to get the tail rotor on, I think is the next step here. So let's go and get a rotor. So rotor, what should we use? Let's use the tail rotor and let's see how is that going to look. So we're going to probably end up putting it somewhere there. It does look quite small in comparison to that rotor blade. What if we were to use... Can we try and use this? Nope. That's way too big. What about this? Nope, that's way too big. I'm sure, don't we have a plane rotor? Or propeller. Yeah, or aircraft propeller. Let's go and put that. Obviously we don't need it on symmetry, so we can turn symmetry off. Let's put that on. Let's do 2 blades like the original. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that so far, I think. Obviously here's going to be the cockpit, so we could probably do something like that. Let's just get symmetry back on, and then maybe cockpit will come all the way down here. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good, I think. And then I'll put some screens. Oh, let's just do the screens now. Screens are always fun putting in your creation. So let's get some displays. We could do 2 display there. And then I guess the rest will fill in with either monitors or dials at a later stage. But let's just put like a placeholder there for now. Cool. I want to actually jump in it and see what it's going to look like if we were to sit inside it. So let's go inside. Yeah, that's pretty good. We can obviously see the ground out. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. You can easily move around in here. Need to crouch to get out the door a little bit, but that's fine. Huey is a small helicopter in any case. Let's do a little bit of painting. I want to get the interior painted. So we're going to close this off in here, I think, for now, and we'll close off the jet engine because I don't want to see that. So we need to hide this somehow. So what if we to use doors, something like that? Okay, let's get some seats and let's see how the seat configuration is going to look. So we might get some seats out on the side there, but let's do maybe a seat there, and we're going to face them towards each other, maybe there. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's do some painting. So I'm going to go, and I like painting my interior dark gray because you don't see anything then. So let's just paint this all dark gray. We'll paint the window space too. Let's paint the cockpits. Yeah, I think that's gonna look good. Paint that. And that's cool. Let's go and just paint the seats because the seats are gonna be a dark color too in any case. Okay, and we can paint the dash maybe. And then we'll get some windows in here at a late stage. What about down here? Yeah, we'll paint this too. Let's make this nice and dark. And in there too, nice and dark, so you don't really see it. Okay, that looks pretty good so far. Okay, we need some windows. Oh, we're going to paint those windows too. Let's use a 3x2 for here and a 1x3 for the other one. So narrow window just over there. And okay, we also need some exhausts for the engine because there is some venting. So what if we use white and then go and put that, something like that maybe? Yeah, I think that looks good. We'll need some lights at some stage. So I like using RGB lights, especially for like your beacon and position lights, and also even interior lights. That way you can change them. So we'll probably get a light here. We'll get one underneath the helicopter, probably about there, I think. We'll need one on the tail rotor. So what if we were to use one? One there, and then there, and radio. We'll need a little radio here at the back. Something like that. And then if we were to do that and actually move this, so let's go and put it there and make it a 2-block again. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. We obviously need to connect that up at some stage, and we can just do a line down here and then straight into the back and connect that to the turbine, which will be perfect. What else design wise? So I want to get these done eventually, and this is going to be, once again, I might use some XML hypes for that. Let's just delete that, and you can kind of get the idea of where that's going to be. It might actually be one in, I think. I will see. Let's see how it looks. Those weight blocks are really making a good use at the front there. That looks pretty good so far. I think I'm pretty happy. We've got our lights at the back. We have our jet engine, which is fitting. What about, these might need to be operational. So what if we were to delete those and then use some control surfaces? So we could use maybe a large control surface over here. About there. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I wonder if this is too long. Maybe not, because you can see it's not going to hit each other. So, I don't know. We might shorten that at a late stage. What else? I think that's pretty it. I think that's good for the general design. We still need to... The next thing I think I want to do is start working on... I think I'll get the XML things here for the tail legs. We could actually just use a... We could just use a block inside here and rotate them out. That could actually be the easier thing to do instead of going and XML editing some stuff. I don't know, we'll see. I want to reduce the pivots that we use on this creation. So we've got that, we've got the jet engine hidden in here, and then we have this whole big compartment here at the back. which I will paint white just so I know that this is all free space. And then in here, I think I'll put the gearboxes, the fuel, the logic, and everything else we pretty much need in here. I can probably delete those. Yeah, so we can do out here, and we can go out towards the back there. Well, that's perfect actually. Well, let's use the top one. Seems that we have it. So what if we were to do out here, because this is the rotor blade. So at the back, so up there, up there, up there, and then up to the rotor blade. And then for the front one, we can do just out, and then maybe we can come up here. And then across like that. See, that's not enough space in there, so let's see, we need to get that power up to the top there. What if we were to actually use, we need to try and fit it in somewhere, because the only place I can see it going is obviously our rotor's here, so that's where its power is coming out. What if we were to go down and it brings it there, then we were to go across and then down? Yeah, that looks perfect, because then we could just go here and then down into that. So if we get some enclosed pipes, let's see, so enclosed straight pipes, and we just go in like that, and then we'll get another one. I don't know why I'm putting two on, to be fair. We don't need two. We only need one for the power, so we can go and do something like that. And then you can imagine it's going to come up and up and up. So let's get some angled enclosed pipes. So we'll do that, that. From there, it's going to come down. We're going to do a rotate block, and we need another straight pipe. So I'm just going to steal that one and let's put it there. Okay, so that's connected and it comes down into there. So I can easily access that. And then the back here, we will do like that, and we'll need one of those, one of those, one of those, and then we'll just need some angled ones. So let's get some angled ones, and we're just gonna go and let's see, go up. Oops, no, we're gonna go up like that and down, up. Okay, I'll need another straight pipe there, that's fine. There, 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 and there we go. Cool. And one more straight pipe. So that will be connected, and that will also go into the rear here. So we have access to our tail rotor, access to our main rotor, and then I'll probably use this space here as fuel. So it is going to be a little bit back heavy, and we can obviously put some logic in here. I think that'll be great. Obviously we can just clean this area up now that we've finished building, and we can obviously paint it. There we go. You can't even tell it's there, and that's what I like. I like that it's nice and hidden in here. We obviously need to do the sliding doors at some stage. I'm not 100% sure just yet how I'm going to do the sliding doors. I'm going to have to think about that. But yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with the progress that we've made here so far. I said the next video we'll probably start working on is getting the logic and then the internals and things like that, maybe the sliding doors, and I will try to do the landing feat here for the helicopter. But yeah, I think that's a great place to end the first part of this new build series off with. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this helicopter. What do you think we should add to it? What different features do you want to see on it? I'm probably going to do my usual autopilot and auto landing stuff that I usually have, and obviously all the Lua computers and things like that. But you guys let me know in the comments below, and as always, I hope you have enjoyed this video and found it some entertaining and informative as always, and we'll see you in the next one.